When people with disabilities have been kind of prevented from having the experience of creating friendships and dating, sometimes it's really hard to know what to do.
Right now I'm trying to be honest with my feelings is I've never had a relationship with a woman. But I don't, there's ways and things you do around a woman. And I think it's harder for me being a loner. And I'm coming on my shell quite a lot, but I just say, you know, there's got to be some way that you can meet women and meet other guys and they can become friends, or you can have a relationship and do whatever you want to do.
They're the wrong type of women that used to bum off me and used to use me for money and sex and that, and I want to join something that will enable me to go on dates, yeah, and a place where I can go to learn how to date and how to be compatible and be things like that.
I understand the concept of sex. What I don't understand is how you get to having sex with a person. What are the steps and how do you go about it so that it's an enjoyable experience for people and there's no repercussions after the matter.
When people don't have a whole range of skill sets, sometimes then they act with each other in ways that can end up hurting each other, and so you can have really negative fallout that way too.
1 in 4 people with a disability will be sexually abused.
Women with disabilities 4 times more likely to be sexually assaulted compared to women without disabilities.
A very small number of people in Alberta will have the support to be in a relationship or have a healthy sexual experience.
When I attended the Disabilities Summit in Edmonton, and I heard self-advocates speak about the challenges that they have of having parents or family members accept their relationship and their need for wanting to be in an intimate relationship, it made me really sad, because I believe that every person has a right to be loved and to love.
We had a conversation with one service provider who said, oh yeah, we support people with disabilities having overnight guests in their homes, except for it presents a health and safety risk. Because if there was a fire, we wouldn't be able to get everyone out because of the staffing. Like they went into this huge, long, bullshit kind of excuse that had built up over the years and may have had some base, who knows. But they clearly weren't going to start looking at how can we break this barrier down. It was purposely left there so they didn't have to deal with the fact that there might be 2 people in that room having sex. And they couldn't handle it.
People with disabilities have sex and funny stories just like anybody else, and it happens in similar and unique and funny ways.
Unfortunately, I believe that there are still a lot of people in our society that have a very difficult time accepting relationships for people with disabilities.
Well, sometimes parents who act as people's guardians legally, sometimes not, often have strong opinions and always take it right to the end. I don't want my son or daughter having sex, not even giving them the opportunity to have relationships and friendships first and move into that.
The law aside, caregivers, parents, or guardians hold a lot of power. Support workers are often silenced because they are afraid of losing their jobs, or it's not in their job description.
Have there been supportive people in your life who've supported your right to love?
Yeah. My roommate. Although he's not doing much on the relationship part. He says he can't find me somebody because that's not his job, he says. his brother said the same thing, and they suggested go to the DDOC dance, and I tried to look for love at the DDOC dance, and no go.
Okay.
There isn't new programs being created. There isn't supports for this. People are just trying to hang on to the level of support that they have. So I think it's really frustrating to think about full citizenship in a time when clearly services are being decimated and people aren't even getting the basic services they need, let alone what is critical in terms of quality of life services. Some, attitudinal shifts that really need to happen before, I think, just broadly, people are seen as sexual beings who have, this is a right, and we create opportunities for them.